natürlich in der Aufstellung einige Änderungen. Lisa Laurie jetzt auf dem Mount als Pitcherin, Anna-Melina Micke als Catcherin. Sina von Zeppelin an der ersten Base, an der zweiten Base Abby Schöngehen. An der dritten Base Jacqueline Kusterer und Shortstop wird die Rübe Kumpels, sorry.
All right, back here, game 2, Tübingen Hawks versus Karlsruhe Cougars. Hawks took the first game, getting the first win of the day. Here in game 2, we have Alyssa Laurie in the pitcher circle. A little bit of a change defensively here from the norm over the last few weeks. Laurie, normally the catcher, she did pitch a few games at the beginning of the year. But for the most part here in the past few weeks, Abigail Swearigan had been pitching. She is at second base here defensively for the Hawks, and Laurie will take the circle. Leading off once again for the Karlsruhe Cougars will be Mia Makia. This game at shortstop, moving in from center field. She took the first pitch for a strike. Watches that one go by to even the count at 1-1. Mia is an import player here for the Cougars, joining this season, coming out of Texas, and she's going to chop this one right back to Laurie, who throws it out and gets the first out of the game here with a 1-3 putout. And with one out, brings up number 21, Maya Castro, here in center field in game 2. Games that Laurie did pitch early in the season, she did pretty well in the standards of the Tübingen Hawks pitching. She also threw the preseason games for them. That pitch misses low and in the dirt for ball 1. Strike over the outside corner. Maya was 0 for 2 in the first game here today. She did draw a walk in her first at bat. First inning of game 1, and looks at that one go by off the plate outside. And draws a walk here in her first at bat in game 2. Bring up number 27, Natalie Sturm, playing third base here in game 2. Castro does have 2 stolen bases on the season, hasn't got thrown out yet. Strum watches that one for strike 1. And this one is chopped foul towards the on-deck circle over by the third base dugout for strike 2. This one's chopped to third base. Throw goes to second, is in time. And to first is not in time. So the Hawks get the lead runner at second base. Fielder's choice there for Sturm. And the Hawks get the second out of the inning. Defensively, that is number 37, Jacqueline Custer at third base, who this time dives at a ball hit right down the line, doesn't quite get it. That's going to get by Schramm out in left field. Ball goes all the way to the fence. 1 run will score. And that is Carmen Timeka with a double, RBI double for the Cougars here in the first inning. Bring up number 7, Leah Mueller. She fouls that one back. Count goes to 0-2. Timeka out there on second base. She didn't have really a plate appearance in her first game here. She had a sacrifice bunt followed by 2 walks. Leah chops this one back towards the mound. Lori fields it, throws to first base to get the out in time. Not before the Cougars come out first here and put up 1 in the top of the first inning. All right, back here in the bottom of the first inning. Very similar lineup for the Tübingen Hawks. Number 31, Juli Helber, will be leading it off. She'll take strike 1 from Kayla Simasek. Simasek is the import pitcher for Karlsruhe. And Juli swings at that high pitch from strike 2. Simasek has a team-leading 2.8 ERA coming into today's game. That's 20 innings pitched. And goes another high one. Juli is able to hold off on this one, bringing the count to 1-2. Fouled straight back. Count stays 1-2. Pitch swung on and missed from Helber, and 1 batter, 1 strikeout for Simasek out in the pitching circle. Brings up number 16, Anna Melina Muka. She's catching here in game 2. Game 1, she was out at shortstop for the Hawks. And game 2 looks like she's going to opt to hit from the left side of the plate. Swung from the right side in game 1. Had a pretty good game, going 1 for 2 with a couple pair of hit-by pitches. but also hit the home run out over the left field fence. Walks through that one for ball 2. And sees that one in for the first strike. Swinging bunt attempt on that one. Home plate umpire didn't make the call. He's going to appeal down to the first base umpire. Clearly she went around on that one. I don't think she ever even pulled it back at any point, but first base umpire does confirm that being a swing. Brings the count to 2-2. And count goes full. Swung on, fouled straight back. Count stays the same. And fouled back again. Oh, and that one comes off the backstop and hits the catcher behind the plate off the backstop. Cougars do have a new catcher here in game 2. That is Michael-Thon catching here in the second game. Count stays 3-2 here. And taken high for ball 4. So nice at bat there from Anna Melina Muka. Draw the walk. Once again, hitting third for the Hawks will be number 25, Alyssa Laurie. Here pitching in game 2 for the Hawks. Mook is going to take off on the first pitch into second base. Throw's going to be in time and called out at second base. Looked like she tried to slide around the tag, but might have came off the bag on the back end of the play. Shortstop held the tag on there. And just like that, the Hawks now have 2 outs. Just off the inside corner for a ball. And swung on the miss from Laurie. Laurie was 2 for 3 in the first game. Also had a walk. Her only out was a line out into center field on a well-hit ball. That one off the plate outside. And this one swung on, hit straight to the third baseman, fields it cleanly, makes the throw across in time. And that is the 3rd out. So the Hawks go 1-2-3 with the stolen base, tag out at second. And the score stays 1-0 for the Cougars after 1. All right, back here in the top of the second inning, leading off for the Cougars. Cougars will be Nika Leinhardt. Again, here in left field in game 2. And this one swung on, fouled back out of play for strike 1. Hit well in game 1, having herself a double and a triple. Getting down and kind of in the middle of the lineup here in the 6-hole position for the Cougars. Definitely made her contributions in game 1. Going 2 for 3. This one's chopped to third base, fielded by Jacqueline Kuster. Makes a good throw straight across for the first out of the inning. That will bring up number 5, Juli Walter. Juli still looking for her first hit on the day. Does lead the team for the Cougars in walks on the offensive side of things. She takes that one on the inside corner for strike 1. Has 4 hits on the season, but 3 of those 4 hits are extra bases, so when she hits the ball, she hits it well. And late called strike on her there. Not sure she quite agreed with that one. Was a little bit of a hesitation from the home plate umpire. And this one misses well inside for ball 4 now. Brings up number 12, Milena Timeka, catcher here in game 2. And she's going to swing at the first pitch and sky this one out to left field towards Laura Schramm, who makes the catch. Comes in, throws the second base, holds the runner at first. Hawks get their second out of the inning. Brings up number 6, Kayla Simisek, pitcher here. Takes that one high, and the throw goes over the pitcher's head. Abigail Swearigan makes it there in time to back it up, keep that ball going into center field. I think Lori thought it might have been a throw down to second base, but runner wasn't going. That pitch misses low and inside. This one's driven through the right side of the infield out into the right field, so Simisek will have a single, her first hit of the day. And the Cougars will now have runners on first and second base here with 2 outs, and that will turn over the Cougars lineup, bringing up the leadoff hitter, number 16, Mia Makia. first pitch for ball one. She chopped it back to the pitcher in her first at bat here, but was 1 for 1 in game one. Had a walk and a sacrifice as well, along as a base hit out in the left field. She takes second pitch for ball two. And quickly goes to 3-0 on the count here for the top of the lineup with the Cougars. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. Count goes to 3-1. And pitch misses well high for ball four. So Mia gets her second walk of the day. And going to bring out a quick visit from the catcher, Anna-Melina Muka, to go talk with Lori, and looks like the rest of the Hawks infield will join on the pitcher circle. Meanwhile, we will have a runner for the pitcher out at second base. That'll be Nika Lanehart coming in to run. Bring up number 21, Maya Castro, in center field. She walked in her first at bat as well. And takes that one outside for ball one. Ball two misses away. That one catches the outside corner for strike one. Count goes to 2-1 here. Bases loaded for the Cougars with 2 outs. And strike two called. Lori working that outside part of the plate. Maya's still looking for her first hit of the day. She did have a walk in game one and a hard hit line drive towards the shortstop. She's going to swing through that one for a strikeout to end the inning. Hawks managed to get out of the situation there with bases loaded. Score stays 1-0 for the Cougars. And leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Hawks is number 22, Sina Van Zeppelin. Got the win pitching in game one today. Takes strike one. She is here playing first base defensively for the Hawks here in game two. Pitch misses high. Sina was 4 for 4 in game one, all singles. Swung through that one for strike 2. And lines that one. Hard hit ball straight at the first baseman, who's playing 2 meters in front of the bag, but just right into her glove. Great play by the first baseman. That is number 5, Juli Walter at first base here. Well hit ball by Cena, but goes down as a line out to first base for the first out of the inning with the Hawks. Brings up number 3, Patricia Krempels-Uribe, the shortstop here in game 2. Played both second base and third base in game 1. She's going to show bunt first pitch there, but pull it back for ball 1. So take that one in there for a strike, even to count at 1-1. And swung on and missed for strike 2. High pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. So 2 quick outs here for Simisek and the Cougars. And that will bring up number 29, Abigail Swearigan. Playing second base here in game 2. Played outfield, left field in game 1, has moved into the infield here in game 2, playing second base. And swung on and missed for strike 1. Swearigan still looking for her first hit on the day, although she did reach on an error in game 1 and lined out to shortstop as well. So swinging the bat well, but hasn't found the hit yet today. And high pitch fouled off over the right field side. Goes out of play. Bounced in for ball 1. And swung on and missed for strike 3. So Simisek gets through the inning with 2 strikeouts. Hawks go down in order 1, 2, 3 there in the bottom of the second inning. Leading off the top of the third for the Cougars will be Natalie Sturm, the third baseman. Get into a fielder's choice here in their first at bat. And this one is fouled back. Count goes to 1-1. Sturm had one hit in the first game out in the left field. She also drew a walk in game 1. That one's taken inside for ball 2. And fouled back on the right field side, now to play. This one has popped up, and that's just going to get out of play on the right field side, just behind the first base dugout. And fouled down the third base side this time. Straight back. Sturm just definitely seeing her pitches here on this at bat. And this one is softly chopped towards the shortstop. That's Uribe fielding it, coming up, making the throw to first base, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Long good at bat for Sturm there, though. Brings up number 4, Carmen Timeka. And we're going to have a little talk from the Karlsruhe coach here with the home plate umpire about something. So the conversation with the first base coach and the home plate umpire now over. Timeka doubled in her first at bat. That was the ball hit down the left field line, just inside the third base. She also has the only RBI here in game 2. That pitch is going to be well over her head. This one is lined off the glove of Swearigan at second base. Ball was absolutely crushed. Swearigan jumps up and it tips off the top of her glove and heads out into right center field. It'll be another hit for Timeka here in game 2. Brings up number 7, Leah Mueller. Takes the first pitch, low and inside for ball 1. And this one's chopped back to the pitcher, Lori. She's going to come up throwing to second base. Uribe catches it, throws the first base in time, and the Hawks get the double play to end the inning. Nice play all the way around there from the Hawks defensively. And they get out of the inning with a score still at 1-0 for the Cougars. All right, leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Hawks will be number 37, Jacqueline Kusterer. She's playing third base here in game 2. Came in and played second base in game 1 in the second half of game 1, it is. She's going to take that one high for ball 2, I believe. Pitch just misses outside. And it's 3 balls, no strikes to Kusterer. Kusterer has limited bats on the season, but in her at bats, she is hitting .333. She'll take that one in, bringing the count to 3-1. It's 5 for 15 on the season. And she will draw the walk here in the bottom of the third inning. Kusterer does have 2 stolen bases now on first base. She has one caught stealing. That brings up number 18, Sarah Kuchera. Sarah was at first base in game 1. She's the DP here in game 2, and she's going to square around, foul that one straight back. The DP hitting for the left fielder. That's Laura Schramm playing left field. She's going to square around again and once again foul it back. Catcher lets it go foul. And just like that, count goes 0-2. Pitch taken right over the plate for strike 3. So just like that, a 1-2-3 strikeout. Get Sarah Kuchera down on strikes. Brings up number 95, Fiona Van Kop. Once again in right field here in game 2. And she's also going to square around and bunt and foul it off. So the Hawks continue to try the bunting game, just can't get it to go in fair territory. Squares around again and pulls back on this one and takes it for a strike, and the count once again goes to 0-2 on 2 bunt attempts. And strike 3 called over the outside corner. So 6 pitches. Six pitches for Simasek there and 2 strikeouts. But that does turn over the order for the Hawks, bringing up the leadoff hitter, Juli Helber, who also struck out in her first plate appearance. And she takes strike 1. So after a leadoff walk here for Simasek, we have seven straight strikes thrown in a row. And this one finally misses low, even in the count at 1-1. This one is sky deep into left center field. That's going to get down and one hop the fence. Kuster is going to round third, head into home. Helber's going to round second, and she'll stay there with an RBI double to tie the game. So the Hawks finally able to get on the board here on their second time through the lineup. And Muka, the catcher, is going to come in. She's going to get a little pit stop change of the shin guards here coming up to the plate. Still here with 2 outs, but Hawks do have another runner in scoring position at second base. Muka once again opting to hit from the left side. And takes strike one. And she is going to call time immediately, and looks like she's going to now switch around to the right side. Swung on and missed now, so now we have a strike from each side of the plate here, and the count goes 0-2. And swung on and missed for strike 3. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Simasek, but the Hawks are able to put 1 run across the board to tie the game at 1-1 after 3 innings. All right, back here in the top of the 4th inning, leading off for the Cougars is Nika Lienhardt, who hits a 1-hopper back to the pitcher. Throws a little high at first base. Cena is able to make the stretch up tall and get the out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Lori here in the top of the 4th inning. Bring up number 5, Eula Valter. Valter drew a walk in her last at bat. She's going to swing first pitch as well and pop it straight up towards the catcher, and that's going to be Muka stepping on the bat. Actually, that the batter dropped on the ground and still making the catch. So 2 pitches, 2 outs here for Lori. That'll bring up number 12, Milena Timeka. We'll see if she takes a few pitches here to avoid the quick inning. And she'll take the first pitch low and in the dirt for ball 1. And ball 2, low and inside. 3, so after 2 quick outs, Team Mecca draws a 3-0 count here. And ball 4 misses high. That will bring up the pitcher, number 6, Kayla Simisek. She laced one into the right field in her first at bat here in game 2. And she will take ball 1 that will scoop past the catcher, Muka. And Team Mecca will advance up to second base. Throw to the pitcher, hits off her glove, but Team Mecca will stay at second base. And she's going to chop this one towards shortstop. Uribe fields it, throw to first, will be in time. Hawks get the 3rd out of the inning. Cougars strand 1 runner on second base, and the score will stay 1-1. Back here in the bottom of the 4th inning, leading off for the Hawks will be the pitcher, Alyssa Laurie. Only grounded out to third base in her first at bat here in game 2. And she's going to swing at the first pitch and send this one right up above home plate, and that will be caught by number 5, the first baseman for the Cougars. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Simisek. They'll bring up number 22, Sina van Zeppelin, the first baseman for the Hawks. Sina hit that line drive straight at the first baseman in her first at bat, and this time the first baseman seems to be standing even farther in front of the bag from where she was her first at bat. And pitch misses. Ball 1 for Sina. This one's going to be skied out to right field. It's going to fall just in front of the right fielder. No one really had a play. That was kind of in no man's land there behind, kind of in the triangle between first base, second base, and right field. So Sina gets another hit on the day. That'll be her 5th hit of the day. That'll bring up number 3, Patricia Krempel-Zuribe, the shortstop. She struck out in her first plate appearance in game 2. She was 1 for 3 in game 1. She's going to square around and bunt, and she's just going to line it straight back to the pitcher, throw back to first base. Possibly was in time, but hits off the glove of the second baseman, and Cena is back safely in the first base. So now with 2 outs, that'll bring up number 29, Abigail Swearigan. She's going to swing at the first pitch and foul it back out of play over the backstop. And with Cena at first base, she's got 2 stolen bases on the season. Hasn't tried that many times. Hasn't got thrown out still attempting a stolen base. We'll see if the Hawks try to move her up in scoring position. Meanwhile, Swearigan takes strike 2. This one's going to be softly lined towards second base. It's going to be a tough play, but makes it in time. Little soft line drive, had a lot of backspin, just hits the dirt and kind of slows down. Second baseman comes in, makes the play, and gets the 3rd out. So score will stay after 4 innings at 1-1 tied. Top of the 5th inning here for the Cougars. They will turn their lineup over and have the leadoff hitter, number 16, Mia Macchia, the shortstop. Walked in her last plate appearance. She's going to take that one skipping in for ball 1. Has 2 walks on the day so far. Also singled into left field in game 1, and she's going to watch that one skip in as well. And quickly goes to 3-0. Four-pitch walk here to lead off the top of the 5th inning. That'll be her 3rd walk of the day. Brings up number 21, Maya Castro. With a big secondary off of first base, gets the attention of the Hawks, but stays there at first base. She does have 7 stolen bases on the season so far, hasn't got caught stealing yet. So possibly expect her to go. And bunt shown, still no steal attempt. Ball misses in the dirt, pulled back by Maya. this time bunt attempt is fouled back to the backstop. This time Mia will take off for second base. Ball kicks away from the catcher, and she will easily be in second, round second, stay there. Ball thrown in the dirt and kind of skipped off the mask of Muka back behind the plate. And called strike low and outside. And that will be a strikeout for Maya Castro. Bringing up number 27, Natalie Sturm. And bounced in there again for ball one. Is chopped. That's going to be fouled down the third baseline. And in the dirt again. Count goes to 2-1. This one is lined up the middle. It's going to hit off the arm of the shortstop Uribe, and no play to be made. Ball hit well up the middle. She managed to get in front of it, but kind of just rolled up her arm, not in her glove. And so now the Cougars will have runners on first and third. Brings up number 4, Carmine Timeco. And she's going to show bunt, point it back. The runner from first will steal second base and be in there safe. That is Sturm with the stolen base. Now the Cougars have runners on second and third. Still just one out. This one's going to be chop foul down the third baseline. And chopped and just barely fouled down the third baseline again this time. Timeco has a double and a single already here in game 2. Swinging the bat well. Now down to 2 strikes. And she's going to line that one hard hit out of play down the third baseline. Didn't have a plate appearance or at bat on the first game with a sacrifice and 2 walks. That pitch will miss high. And misses low and inside. This one is skied out in the left field. That's going to be Laura Schramm for the Hawks out there to try to make the catch, and it gets over her head. And she's going to pick it up, falls down, gets the throw in to the shortstop. Throw will go into third, not in time. And that'll be a scorer's decision on the play out in left field. Looked like Schramm had it fielded right, and ball just kind of looks like she settled under it just shy of where it was actually going to land, gets over her head. Carmen will be in safe at third base. That'll bring up number 7, Leah Mueller. She takes the first pitch for a strike. Cougars finally able to break that tie and put up 2 runs here. She's going to swing through that one. And swung on and missed, but the ball gets away from Muka behind the plate. Sliding into home is out. Call is out at the plate on the wild pitch. Muka is able to come up, throw it to Lori, and get the runner trying to advance from third. Mueller does strike out, but gets to first base on the drop third strike. But the Hawks are able to get the second out of the inning. Looks like we'll have number 9 come in and run for Mueller. That is Finia Bender. Brings up number 22, Nika Lienhardt. Looks like we're going to have a little defensive change out in the outfield for the Hawks. That's Fiona Van Kopp switching from right field to left field, and Laura Schramm going from left field to right field. Is 0 for 2 here in game 2. She is grounded out to third base and grounded back out to the pitcher. She was 2 for 3 in game 1 today with a double and a triple. And throw back to first base, not in time. Little back pick attempt from the catcher, Annalena Muka. This one's going to be chopped to the second baseman. Swearigan fields it on the first big long hop, able to come up and make the play at first base, and the Hawks get out of the inning, but not before the Cougars are able to break the tie and put up 2 runs on the Hawks. Cougars now lead 3-1. of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Hawks will be number 37, Jacqueline Kuster. She walked in her first at bat here in game 2. And takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Inside corners, count goes to 1-1. And swung on, foul tip back to the backstop. And 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and another strikeout for Simisek out in the pitcher circle. That is her 7th strikeout so far. Brings up number 18, Sarah Kuchera. Coming into today's game, Simisek had 31 strikeouts and 20 innings pitched. And in those 20 innings pitched, only had 1 walk. Has 2 here today, but has consistently pounded the zone throughout this whole game. Kuchera's going to square around and make a bunt attempt on this one, fouled back to the backstop. And called strike there. Count goes to 2-2. And swung on and missed for another strikeout. So 2 strikeouts here in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Hawks. Bring up the 9-hole hitter number 95, Fiona Van Kopf. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Swung on and missed for a strike there. Count goes to 2-1. And this one is fouled off straight back. This one is skied out into shallow center. Center fielder's going to come up. It's going to hit off of her glove. And And that'll go down as a base hit for Fiona Van Kopf. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. I was trying to... That'll turn the lineup over for the Hawks here with 2 outs. Fiona Van Kopf on first. Turning over the lineup, bringing up number 31, Juli Helber. Helber hit that double out in the left center here in her last at bat. Has the lone RBI for the Hawks here in game 2. Takes that one in for a strike 1. Catches the inside corner for strike 2. This one's going to be fouled back out of play. Count stays 1-2. This one's going to be again skied into shallow center field, and this time it's going to go into the glove of the center fielder. So the Hawks strand 1 runner here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And back here in the top of the 6th inning, leading off for the Cougars will be number 5, Juli Walther. Walther popped up to the catcher in her last at bat. Drew a walk in her first at bat here in game 2. And this is going to be a slow roller hit to the third baseman, coming in and making the throw across for the first out in time will be Jacqueline Kusterer. Now with 1 out, brings up number 12, Elena Timeka. Check swing there from Timeka. Called strike, I think, on the pitch. She wanted to swing at that one, but kind of held up. Yeah, now it goes to 2-1. skip in for ball 3. And called low strike. Bring it to a full count now, 3-2. Foul tip back to the backstop. Count stays 3-2. And now it's going to be ball 4. Skips past the catcher. It's her second walk here in game 2. Also had a hit by pitch in game 1, but now that brings up number 6, the pitcher, Kayla Simisek. Grounded out the shortstop last at bat. Does have a base hit in her first at bat here in game 2 out in the right field. But and this one is lined out in the right center field, and that's going to get down for another hit. Runners will advance 1 base, and now Simisek has her second hit of the day. And the Cougars, with 1 out, now have runners on first and second. So the pitching import for the Cougars is also pulling her weight on the offensive side of things too here now with 2 hits. She's an import pitcher coming out of Minnesota, and now turns over the lineup here to the other import out of the Karlsruhe, number 16, Mia Makia, coming out of Texas. First pitch was a strike. She'll take that one high for ball 1. Count goes to 1-1. Has 2 walks here in game 2, and she's going to chop this one towards the first baseman. Cena backpedals and lets it get by her, and that is going to allow all runners to advance 1 base. It was a tough little misread, I believe, at first base with Cena trying to judge the hop correctly, and it just scoots right on past her. That'll probably go down as an error on the first baseman, but now the Cougars do have the bases loaded with just 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Quick visit from the coach of the Hawks out to Lori and talked with the infield, try to get things settled down here. Now with the bases loaded, brings up number 21, Maya Castro, who first pitch swinging, hits it out to Fiona Van Kav, who is now in left field, and she will come in and make that catch. And the Hawks get their second out after the little meeting in the pitcher circle, and now have their second out of the inning. That'll bring up number 27, Natalie Sturm. But we're going to have a visit now with the Karlsruhe coach and have, looks like Maya will come out and run for the catcher, Timeka, at third base. Sturm fouls that one off. Umpire says it goes off of her foot. Kind of went out in front of home plate. She made no attempt of running, so calls a foul ball off the foot. That'll be a strike one. And called strike two off the inside corner. This one is going to be lined again off the glove of Swearigan at second base. Again, a nice hard hit ball jumping attempt. Throw goes home, then to third. All runners will be safe. And that is the second ball hitting off the top of Swearigan's glove at second base in this game. It'll go down as a single for Sturm. Plus the 2 RBIs, bringing the score now 5-1 for the Cougars. And first pitch chopped towards shortstop, fielded by Uribe, thrown to first base, and that'll be in time, getting the Hawks out of the inning, but not before the Cougars put up 2 more. That was Carmen Timeka there, grounding out to the shortstop to end the inning. All right, leading off the bottom of the 6th inning will be Annalena Muka. Has walked and struck out here in game 2. Takes the first pitch for strike 1 and her 3rd at bat. Pokes this one over the third baseman's head. That's going to land in fair territory. She's going to round first, head for second, and coming in sliding hard into the bag will be safe with a double. Late slide attempt, kind of not really fully engaging the slide before hitting the base. Seems to be all right there, though. Just kind of a slap poke that lands just on the line and then kicks foul down the third baseline, and the Hawks have a runner on second base with nobody out. Bringing up the pitcher, number 25, Alyssa Laurie. Watches the first pitch go up high for ball 1. And swung on, fouled high and out of play behind the third base dugout. Evens at 1-1. Lori's still looking for her first hit here in game 2. After having 2 hits in game 1 plus a walk. And this one is skied into right field, deep second base actually, and second baseman will settle under it and make that catch. Cougars get the first out of the inning there with the fly out to second base. Bring up number 22, Sina von Zeppelin. She lined out to first base, and then she had a base hit out in the right field in her last at bat. It's 5 for 6 on the day for Sina von Zeppelin, whose bat just continues to be hot here. Takes that pitch inside. And misses inside again for ball 3. Misses high for ball 4, so Sina makes her way to first base once again. Brings up the shortstop, number 3, Patricia Krempels-Uribe. Flew out to the pitcher in her last at bat. She's going to square around the bunt. She puts down the bunt again this time. Pitcher looks towards third, makes a low throw to first base, but handled by the second baseman to get the out. Runners are able to move up, so Uribe will get the sacrifice bunt. But at the same time, the Cougars get the second out of the inning. With that brings up number 29, Abigail Swearigan. Swings through the first pitch for strike 1. Swearigan grounded out to second base in her last at bat. Called strike 2. Good. And this one's poked over the first base dugout, foul out of play. Count stays at 0-2. Big 2 runs out on the bases here. Here in the 6th inning for the Hawks. And fouled again out of play down the right field side. Just off the plate outside, count goes to 1-2. And this one is skied out into center field. Center fielder settles under it and will make that catch. And the Cougars are able to get out of the inning, holding the Hawks to no runs. Score stays 5-1 after 6 innings.
Karlsruhe Cougars probably on the wall.
All right, back here, top of the 7th inning, leading off for the Cougars will be number 7, Leah Mueller. Count goes to 1-1. This is low, 2-1. And this one's chopped towards shortstop. Uribe comes in, gets it on the big hop, high throw to first base, but Sina Van Zeppelin is able to stretch and make the out at first base. So now with one down, brings up number 22, Nika Lienhardt. And Lienhardt's going to swing at the first pitch, hit high and deep down the right field line. That's going to drop in fair territory. She's going to round second, heading for third. Throw comes in, and that'll be a stand-up triple for Lienhardt. So now with one out for the Cougars, brings up number 5, Juli Walter. She takes the first pitch low and inside for ball 1. Welter has a fly out, ground out, and a walk here in game 2. And fouls this one back out of play. She's going to square around and make a bunt attempt on this one. Home plate umpire says she does go on the bunt attempt. Count will go to 1-2. Pitch was low and in the dirt, but she did not get the bat back in time. Well high for ball 2. This one's going to be a hard hit ground ball to shortstop. She's going to look the runner back at third. Throw goes wide of first base, gets by Sina, and that's going to go to the fence down the right field line. The runner at first will not advance the second, but the runner from third, even though was looked back on the fielding attempt, is able to score. And Cougars make it 6-1 here in the 7th inning. Brings up number 12, Elena Timaka. She's walked in her last 2 plate appearances. And she's going to hit this one, a slow roller towards third base, fielded by Jacqueline. Throw goes to second in time. At the first is not in time by the field umpire. It was a nice play by Kustra at third base to get the lead runner there on a slowly hit ball in front of her. Hawks get the second out here and hold a runner at first base. Brings up the pitcher, number 6, Kayla Simisek. She's hitting the ball well here in game 2. It's 2 for 3. Both hits going into right field. And this one's going to be a base hit up the middle. into center field. She'll have her third hit here in game 2. Cougars now have runners on first and second with 2 outs. And that turns the lineup over once again and brings up number 16, Mia Makia. Makia has 2 walks here in game 2. He's also reached on an error. And this one's going to be skied into left field. Tough play going back for Fiona Van Koff, who makes the over-the-shoulder catch for the 3rd out. Hawks get out of the situation there. Score stays 6-1 going into the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Hawks. All right, last chance for the Hawks here at bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off will be number 37, Jacqueline Kuster. First pitch swung on and missed. Called strike 2 there on the 2nd pitch. Count goes to 0-2. And 1-2-3 strikeout there for Simisek. Gets the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Brings up a pinch hitter here for the Hawks. That's going to be Denise Reibenspies. And she is going to make a swing attempt on the first pitch. Pitch being high and out of the zone, but home plate umpire says she does go around.
Yeah,
Still looking for her first hit of the season for the Hawks. And swung on and missed for strike 2. Pitch taken high. Count goes 2-2. Only Denise's second at-bat of the season. And this one is fouled back out of play. This is just inside. Count goes full, 3-2. And called strike 3. That is Kayla Simasak's 10th strikeout here of the game. And that brings the Hawks down to their final out of the game as well. And that'll be number 95, Fiona Von Kopf, here to try to extend the game for the Hawks. And she's going to swing and foul the first pitch back towards the backstop. High out of the zone, but swung out from Fiona Von Kopf, and she's able to foul it back once again. Now goes to 0-2, and now we're gonna have time called from the Hawks dugout, and it looks like with an 0-2 count, we're gonna have a pinch hitter come in. With the 0-2 count, we're going to have Simone Ehrman come in and hit. Interesting move from the Hawks dugout. And the 0-2 count will still stand with the pinch hitter, so she has 2 strikes, and that first pitch will miss low, so she will at least get to see multiple pitches here. And swung on and missed. Her one swing attempt does not connect, and that will be the 11th strikeout for Simasek, and that will also end the game with the final score being 6-1 for the Cougars here in Game 2. So the Hawks get the split. Each team wins 1 here. And we thank you all for listening. That'll be the end of our broadcast. Thanks for the Kubina family for setting up the live stream and everything. And we will see you back here again at the next Hawks home game, hopefully. Thank y'all all, and take care.